Hey guys, so just before the video starts, I just want to give a disclaimer. There are going to be some times where you're going to see like a black bar at the bottom right hand side of the screen. It's because the gun name right there was really bad. I don't think Papa YouTube is really going to like that all that much if I were to show that. So if you ever see it, that's what it means. Don't be alarmed. If you want to see what it means, go to the mod itself by PSH. That's what the names are. I mean, they're not entirely bad, but they're bad enough for YouTube to probably flag it and say, yeah, that's a bad idea. So if you're ever wondering what that is, that's all it's about. Thank you guys and enjoy the video. Whoa, dome. That's so weird. Let's begin. Alright, now granted, I do know some of the spots because I did play this before. There. One there, we got one. I'm sure you can't knife it, I almost forgot. You got one there, you got one there. You have one, I think you have one up here, if I'm correct. You have one here. Look, it's automatic. Whoa, that's so cool. Go in there. I think there's a second one. Yep. Right there. Got one right here. Oh, I could have thought. Yeah, there's also one right. Right over here, if I remember correctly. Oh, there it is. Oh shit. Now we're in limbo. This just became a problem. Oh. One right there. There is one over here, I think. Bruh, am I blind or something? I could have swore. Oh, right there. Whoa, stay with me. I don't want to kill him at the same time. I don't want to grab the nuke either. Oh wait, there is one over here somewhere, I think. Oh, hello. Not that one. It's like up here. Damn. Oh, hey, look, a park. Look at that! Whoa! That's one of the ones I was looking for. Sounded like someone's phone was going off. Hey, you got a ringtone. Pick up the phone. Before I fucking chuck it at you. Help. No. No, I will not help you. Where are they? Again, I could have sworn I seen one over here. You don't scare me. Oh, yeah. Hello. I'm not used to 7 shots, I'm used to 8. But then again, there's also like the modern warfare version of this weapon, so it kind of makes sense. What I don't want to do is I don't want to. Oh, hello. Hello! I don't want to have to use a guide again. But I feel like I might have to because I'm just that dumb. Is there not like another one over here? Unfortunately as well, there's no such thing as grenades or knifing in this mode. Or, you know, extra points. Wait! Hello, thank you. I'm trying to look through every single nook, cranny, anything that I can find. There was one, I saw a video where it showed that there was a Trollface in there. But that was also for the older version of this map. Oh yeah, that's right, there's one right here, fuck. Open your eyes and I'll make you see. I'll make it worth your while. Stamming up sounds like it's stamming up time. Oh, and by the way, this PhD slider, I forgot how OP it was, because I didn't use it in like, I used it in Cold War, the Cold War version that they had. That was pretty cool because it gave you like an enhanced slide ability. Like you slid, you're able to slide farther, and if you ran into a zombie, it would explode. The farther you slid, the more damage it did. Sorry, I apologize if I'm, you know, looking through everything. Like, oh, well, it's right there, you idiot. I already know this map, blah, 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 blah. And, I'm just here for gun games. I saw 2 people do this. One of them was Noah J. The other was, I forget his name. He was like he is or was. I'm not entirely sure what the status of him is anymore. But he is or was a really popular zombies gun game YouTuber. I think it's, it starts with like an S. That's all I remember of his name. I apologize if I don't know him, but he and Noah J played this map, and it's kind of the reason why I was like, hey, I could play that map now that I have a PC. I can do cool things too. Man, I really don't want to get a guide, but I also want to find all the Fucking troll faces, god damn it. Also, funny thing, this map switches between different starting weapons. Like, you're not always gonna have the same one like I did. Sometimes, I started with a proc a lot. Sometimes you can start with like a deagle, and it's really funny. Not there, not there. I think there was already one there, and I took it. Where are these things? Ah, I got one. Part. God damn it. Now, for anyone wondering, like, why don't you already know all the spots? You played this map before. I played this map once, and playing this map one time, I don't think is enough justification for you to be like, oh, there it is. I don't think it's enough justification for something to be like, oh, well, you should already know this map. No, it's like saying, like, oh, well, you played this map once, you should already know the entire Easter egg. What the fuck? That sounds stupid. You shouldn't be saying that. Again, I also thought there was one up there. I'm trying to remember the spots that I found from that guide. And from when I first played. Because there were some that I found on my own. I think I found like 16 or maybe 15 or 16 of them. And then I looked for a guide, and that showed me the rest. And then some of them were like, yeah, I've already found that one. And then others were just like, are you serious? It's right there? What kind of spot is that? But then again, they're also troll faces, so maybe we expect.
Good day, fleshy mammals.
Hey, fleshy mammals.
Some cash.
The Cholo Cartel. Oh yeah, I also forgot. I more than likely am gonna have. Oh shit, that's right. I don't have PhD, so I'm gonna go. For anyone, you didn't see that. You did not see any of that. You didn't see it. If anyone saying you did, no, you didn't. You're actually lying. You're lying. Don't lie to me. You're lying to me. You're lying to yourself. I'm sorry. It didn't happen. You saw nothing. That'd be pretty cool. There's one right there. Slap your body to the floor. Everybody needs some more of your loving. Your explosive loving. When you dive to prone, it's gonna shake you to the bone. All the zombies gonna groan, cause it's PhD. Damn straight. Alright, that's it. Fuck you. I'm looking for a guide. Hang on. Oh my god, you've got to be serious. So one of them is like over here. Wait, hold on. Huh. Don't think it's there. Okay, yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of.
Zombie cash.
Okay, so it's not there. Guys, if I just... I'll find it eventually. Okay, hang on. Did I not check that spot? I think I did, but I probably didn't. No, okay, I did not. I'm also pretty sure I checked that one, but it wouldn't hurt to check and find out. Oh, this one? Oh yeah, I definitely found this one. There's one supposedly over near Widow's Mine. Not entirely sure what that is. Oh, is there a third one in there? Or you've got to be joking. Hang on. Nope, it seems I found that one. Okay, so I think excuse me. I think I might be missing the last one in the dome. Is my assumption. here or not. I can't fucking see. I don't think it is. Might not be in this one. Hold on. Hang on. This takes the longest part. This is the longest like part of this entire fucking map. It's just trying to find all
Good day, fleshy mammals.
You have got to be fucking kidding me. Why? Alright, whatever. We found it. We found the last one. I don't know where I found it, but we found it. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Alright, there are 115 guns left. Get through them all. I know how to use a guide. Shit, but fucking whatever. swagger if you just know you're musician, you got all yourself super. Shut up. I know, okay, I'm stupid. But at the same time, I found like 18 of them in this run by myself, okay? Shut up. Only two of them I needed, well, one of them I needed a guide for, I'll admit. The other one I just found because I was sliding, and then it just appeared saying I found it. So I'm just out here now like, bruh. Rebuild the barrier. Magnum.
Double points.
Aim for the head. It's round 3 and they're already sprinting. What the fuck? The game's just like, you've been... You've been on for way too long. You already have all perks. Round 1. What are you doing? What I also love about the this mod, or you know, map, I should say, modded map is instead of them using not only just the Black Ops 3 zombie sounds, they're also using the war zombie sounds, because if you can tell, and I don't just mean like I mean like knocked or like some of them like see? Hear that? And then when you get a perk bottle after you got it. You smell the loud. Like, shut the fuck up.
Max ammo.
MAGA and MAGA. This one. Make America Great Again. This one. Make all guns available. It may not be what they actually stand for, but that's what I'm going to call that. Now some of these, I'm pretty sure I might have mentioned before, but I'm going to say it again. I'm going to have to send some of these guns pack-a-punch, because the gun games themselves are fine. It's the pack-a-punch that are, you know, like, whoa, I don't know if I can show that, because it's not like, oh, I'm saying it, and then next thing you know, I get like, oh, hey, you shouldn't say that. That word right there. See that one right there? Like, you probably won't be able to censor it, but it's the word to describe mini lad.
Good day, fleshy mammals.
Ah, shotgun. Die. Die. Just die. So, I don't know about you guys, but I grew up on World at War, and World at, like, obviously, you know, it wasn't, I didn't play it, some other people like, oh, well, I played Call of Duty when I was 4 years old. I mean, I watched my dad play it. That was pretty cool. And that's where I was introduced to Call of Duty. I didn't play it until I was about 10 years old. And then that's when, like, you know, I started playing, like, that was my first zombie experience, I think it was Black Ops 2. But then I came back to World at War, because I remembered, like, oh yeah, World at War, that's where, like, I saw, you know, zombies for the first time. And then I played it, not expecting what I found. Because when I originally watched this game with my dad, I got nightmares of the zombies. And I'm pretty sure a lot of us do as well. Well, good for you. I even say that you're better than everyone else because you didn't have nightmares. You know that makes you, just saying. Not trying to be rude, but it really doesn't really do anything. Just gives you something to talk about that no one else wants to hear. And then I started playing a lot more zombies. Yeah, I can't show that name. Nope. Actually, maybe? Probably not. I'm gonna censor that for, I'm gonna censor that name for YouTube's sake. Because that's not a name we can show around here. We can't show that. There's some things I feel like I feel like I could probably can show, and there's some. Nope. That's. So then obviously I got into more a little bit more seriously instead of just playing casually. After Black Ops 2, Infinite Warfare is when I started doing Easter eggs. And to this day, I still believe that Infinite Warfare has the best like super Easter egg system in the entire Call of Duty franchise. And if you believe otherwise, let me know why. Because the only reason I say it has the best is because every time you start a game, not only can you play as, you know, like the cool characters, you know, like
double points.
Like the character that you like talk to help you. You also get every single perk, the entire map, and you also get like 25,000 points. That's for the thing is called what's it called? Director's Cut? It's called Director's Cut. That's it. I gotta get something. Weiler, and then after that I played Black 4. I think I did like maybe only Greg, because at the time I also got into multiplayer. I played a lot of multiplayer of Black Ops 4. I was really good at it. The game was fairly balanced, except for I can the game was fairly balanced, except for the SG-12 massive thing. Other than that, it was fine. It was a little annoying for something. Torque with his riot shield, his razor wire. But it was okay. It's nothing thank God. It's not like you're just like, oh well, he's got his guardian and he's got his guardian shield and his razor wire out. I guess I just can't go through there anymore. You just have to put like 0 and throw an EMP, and I was basically open for that. And then came like the VMP and micro MG, and then now all of a sudden it's just really. And then after that, it just became like really unfun to play, because the only way you were able to beat those weapons was mainly okay, I think I can show that because you can't really tell whose name it is. Anyways,
Double points.
You can only beat those two weapons if you had. You only beat those two weapons if you had the weapons itself. If you didn't have those weapons, you're basically me practicing my second weapon, right?
Good day, fleshy mammals.
Zombie cash.
And then, what was after that? What was after BO4? We had World War II. World War II was interesting. It wasn't bad, in my point of view. It was where I started knifing. Yeah, I was a melee player.
Double points.
Very interesting ability to cope. Yeah. So, yeah, I started doing this really only on World War II because, I was doing so good, and my friends were like, you should only, and I was like, you know what?
Zombie cash.
So I did that, and I screwed up. I also did that, and I found TKO. Guy. I've never really met him, but I watched him. Oh, he's a really good player too. I just wish I had the same quality he did during that time. Because I also really enjoyed during his current time, he has to attack melee only in Modern Warfare 2, and it's not easy. So as I was saying, World War II, so World War II had a really weird phase where that. Oh, okay, is it dead? They had the, the traditional Call of Duty stuff. You run, stop running, stamina, and then I think around like maybe DLC 1, the Resistance DLC, it introduced the infinite sprint, and we were all like, wow, this will change everything. It'll make it like easier for people to rush. We'll be able to play a little bit less campy. But the drawback of that was you could only run so fast. They made it so you can sprint infinitely, but you can only sprint. You can only go a certain speed. And I was like, I mean, I guess that makes sense. Because having like pre-patched like, I can't do that. Editor, blur out. Armored mountain and incendiary division. I think that's the last one. And airborne was the division that allowed you to sprint the fastest because its main, category was SMGs because now, but also before free patch as well, whatever division you had, you were only able to a certain type of weapon, like infantry airborne only use.
Good day, fleshy mammals.
Armored uses mountain uses sniper. Incendiary uses shotgun. Now they all have their own distinct effects. Infantry allows you to put a bayonet on ARs. Airborne allows you to put SMGs, suppressors on SMGs. They're only limited to SMGs. Armor allows you to mount LMGs. I can't include that name. I can include that name. Mountain allowed you to hold breath on snipers. And incendiary allowed you to put. Oh, sorry, it wasn't incendiary. It was expedition. Oh shit! There's two of them. Expedition. Incendiary shot. And then I think it was like mid DLC 2. Or mid DLC 1. They allowed every single They allowed exclusive to their divisions to be as attachments. Like, all you do is just level up the weapon. All you do is just level up the weapon, and then you were able to use that attachment on any other division. So the differences were, excuse me, I'm a little tired. Infantry allowed you to carry a 4th attachment on whatever weapon, which made it really OP and practically like a must-have for like multiplayer, such as myself. Airborne allowed you to sprint faster while with the armored allowed you to I don't think this was before. It allowed you to basically like attack map. Attack map and blackjack at the same time. Oh wait, no. It was just blackjack. Maybe it was both. I don't remember. Mountain allowed you to... What was the first percent? Mountain allowed you to do it'll probably come back. Maybe, I think it was like that might be the one. Expedentiary, the one reason I remember Expedentiary the most was because, as I said, I was a melee player in Warfare. So what it allowed you to do was it allowed you to throw equipment faster and further than all the other divisions. So if you were a melee player such as myself, you were able to throw a throwing knife faster and further. So you'd also be able to pull them out faster and further as well. Like, faster as well. So it was just, you know, obviously the right choice. And then World War II was pretty balanced. The only thing that was really terrible about World War II was like, oh, well, you know, I'm having this problem. It needs to be fixed immediately. World War II zombies, I really enjoyed most. The one I didn't enjoy was the fog map. You know, the one with the fog and the one with also like that arachnid looking motherfucker. He had like, you know, he had like 4 fucking like spider arms. Yeah, no. You actually needed him like 3 different occasions.
Double points.
One was just so that way you could like progress. The other one you needed a spy. And then the third one, you had to defeat like 4 of them. I've never seen for that. But is extremely low. The Darkest Sword, that's what I'm talking about. Darkest Sword, in my opinion, is one of the worst maps. Whoa! First in House was a map that was the starter map. It was a starter map that introduced you to zombies, how to be able to play, and then it was also able to play as a survival map. So very, very close map. The only reason people played it so much was because if there was a certain outfit for it. Ah!
Solid cash.
What is it? Oh yeah, the darkest.
Double points.
Just Shadow Throne. The Shadow Throne, it was a long map, but very, very I really enjoyed it, especially for the fact that the map will throw all the and as one of the middle weapons was the and you were able to do like a heavy attack with it, and the heavy attack was you were able to gain your health and armor back.
Good day, fleshy mammals.
You had to be at full health, like you couldn't have been attacked, and then you had to do the most OP. It was like the most OP time. Like nothing. Next we got one map up there. I also did not play this server as well. I got close previously, and then I just said, fuck it, I'll just use that survival map because it looks like there's what you need to do. You just don't have to do it.
Double points.
I just realized I grabbed up like 4 zombies. Hello. The CM901, aka the Remington R5, here goes. And then we had the Frozen Dawn. The Frozen Dawn. You're interrupting my story time, sir. The Frozen Dawn was the map that was now final. Now, I also did not can't believe you guys know how it works. I only played it a few times, and at the same time, and for beating the entire all the was you were able to play as us. You were also able to other ones as well. Pretty cool. Oh boy, alright. 36 weapons left, and we're still talking about Call of Duty. What was up next? Modern Warfare 2019. Modern Warfare 2019 was the map that changed.
Double points.
Well, not the map. The game. It changed. Okay? It changed because the normal playstyle, with me was I played on more offensive playstyle. I still do. Don't get me wrong. I still play a little bit more offensive. I used to be really aggressive. In fact, like, you know, then having to switch from that to being like a little bit slower, really irritating. Because the game caters to the more slower individual, as the game said. It was also a game that, I don't know how to say it, skill based. The game was fun. It's still fun today. If you're gonna go out and buy it, you know, I would suggest you try at least once, because it's really on the realistic side. The campaign was fun. Oh god! Please give me it. Please give me the fucking thing. Please God. I don't want to continue to off this weapon. Okay.
Zombie cash.
Why would you do that? Just die. Please. Take the face off. Yeah, go give it a try. I mean, the weapons there are... They can be overpowered. It doesn't work. Everything came from. Like all the the somewhat weapon balance today is where most of it originates. Then we have Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 was fine at first. Because I like player games because Black Ops 4 I had to play it as well. And what I really thought Black Ops 4 had also the same. It also had the same melee animation as it did back in Black Ops 4. So it was like, why not? Right?
Double points.
And then I think like maybe a week or a month later, they decided they were going to say, yeah, no, we're actually going to do it. So they actually nerfed the animation speed of the knife for God knows why. And I was upset. I was super upset. Because I just realized that my favorite weapon, my favorite, method of killing people, has now been nerfed for no reason. Oh, I can't show that name either. I'm gonna have to go to the censor video because this map came out last 20. It's like 2023 shit at the game. For the better or the worse, that is, as my current position in state, that is not really good to say. Cold War was very, it was a miss. Like, there was so much. Like, don't get me wrong, they did a lot on the spot, but they could have done so much better compared to what they've done. As for the zombies are tight. I mean, the maps are fine. The Easter eggs were relatively challenging in some aspects other than others. For example, Pokemon Go and Firebase C, that was a fucking bitch to do because we originally, when I played it with my friend, we originally had no idea what we were doing, so we just started throwing any and all, like, mimics that there were. Well, they realized that we had a little specific area. That's a specific supermarket Karen. Hey guys, come on.
Double points.
And then Black Ops 2 decided they're going to add. Not Black Ops 2. Yeah, Black Ops 2. Cold War decided they were going to add a mode called Outbreak. You might know what that is. It's that one. Open world. And we tried doing one. And me and my friend tried doing one Easter eggs. The one thing that I really dislike about it is not only is the Easter egg super confusing. Yeah, not only is the Easter egg like super confusing, it's time. Like you have a time limit to complete the boss fight. Like why? That was and unfortunately I didn't do it that one either because I just couldn't bring myself to do it, especially considering the fact that the super Easter egg reward for Black Ops Cold War was instead of starting out with a normal tier 1, your weapon level was purple. I'm like, that's cool. But who really cares? I don't. And then what was after Cold War? Vanguard? Oh, don't even get started. Vanguard's so stupid. I'm not talking about Caldera either. Caldera was just. Oh, actually, you know, before you get us started about Caldera, let's talk about Verdansk for a minute. For anyone saying that we need to bring back Verdansk, if you think of the problem that we had in Caldera, anything else, and you brought those problems to like Verdansk, I guarantee you probably hated that map too. I hated Verdansk as how campy it was. I'm only talking about how campy their like Caldera was. Yeah, whatever you say about Caldera, it's just Verdansk that was worse. As Space Jeff said, the only reason people like Verdansk because it was all we had. It was new. It was new. We were in quarantine. I thought people enjoyed it that much. But in all actuality, no one really liked it. No one would have liked it today. No one would have liked it. Oh, I'm sorry. No one would have liked it for Vanguard. Do I think Caldera is better than Verdansk? No. In all honesty, I think it is worse than Verdansk. Because the way it played was just so weird. All I'm saying is that there was no the same problems that everyone kept whining about Caldera is the same problems that everyone was talking about in Verdansk. Or in fact, they might have already talked about Verdansk. So, the community doesn't know what it wants, actually. Just caters to what it wants, that's it. Sometimes it doesn't do that either. And then we got Caldera.
Double points!
The only thing that was quite cool about Caldera was the King Kong versus Godzilla. Whoa! What is this? And then Vanguard, we had Vanguard Zombies as well. Vanguard Zombies was so trash. I feel so bad for Phase Jeff putting himself through Dark Aether on that fucking game. Phase Jeff, he did something that other people could not have put themselves through. I am so sorry for you, bro. Like GG's for it, but man. What is this thing? Oh. Oh, it's a Gauss cannon. Oh shit. God. And especially for like the boss fight too, you just fought like, you know, where the fuck his name is. Only to receive nothing. You got nothing in the end. And then at the end of like Vanguard's life cycle, they basically just said, fuck it. Who cares about this game anymore? And then they put in like the EM1 from Advanced Warfare, and then the fucking like the F2000. It's called like the BP50 or whatever. Vanguard was just a mess. But then people were like, oh well, what we got on Vanguard is exactly what we want. It's exactly what we wanted instead of Modern Warfare 2. I will admit, Modern Warfare 2 is not the greatest example of what a good Call of Duty is, but there is not a single person that can tell me what a good Call of Duty is, because every single Call of Duty has its flaws. Even the good ones like Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2, like they all have their flaws that people complain about, but it's just the one thing I don't understand is why every single Call of Duty, they will always bitch about everything. There is no nothing a Call of Duty player won't bitch about. Granted, I'll be honest, I've bitched about things before. But they actually, you know, like, mattered. Not like, oh, well, my movie is not creative. I can't be creative. I can't side Slide cancel hasn't even, like, been a thing until about... Oh, shoot, this Slick Fire's last kill. No one thought of slide cancel, so I think like maybe Advanced Warfare. Because that's the like sliding. No. Ghost is what sliding first. No one thought of like Advanced Warfare. I think maybe like Advanced Warfare or Black Ops 3 when you know like the jump slide became a thing, the endless jump slide and zombies. But at the same token, like, who cares? Yeah, the game's catered to like the noobs, as they call them. But the noobs is the reason why Call of Duty gets so much money. If the game is catered to the newer, or I should say, less skilled players, then they're gonna realize that maybe it'll be okay. Yeah, it'll be okay because now we can actually play the game now without having to get absolutely demolished by, like, you know, people who actually know what they're doing. Is it fun? Well, personally, I don't care. Because, you know, I got a job, a life, I do things. Yes, I know, yes, I have Orion, by the way, on the game. So, yes, I have no life hit, but I kind of wish, I also, at the same token, I kind of wish I didn't use Orion, because now I'm just sitting here in a constant, like, what now? You know what I mean? Like, now what? There's nothing else for me to do in the game. Besides, you know, do the battle pass, which I completed for this season, or, you know, the new event, which is headshots or kills. And I don't even know if the event, like, the event camp is even worth it, because, one, it's not animated. Two, the mastery camo that you can see is just an Arizona camp. It's not worth it. At all. It's not worth it at all. In my opinion. If you feel it's worth it, that's, I mean, good for you. Like, you know, you go for it. I hope you get it. I hope you get it. I know my friends go for it because, you know, they're completenists. But it's just, I don't know. I will admit, Call of Duty has been lacking on some content because the maps that they've been releasing have been maps that we've already played before. Nothing cool about it, except for maybe Camel Mat. That map is relatively fun, but Call of Duty is just a weird state right now. Will it get better? That's, I don't know. I guess we'll find out when the new 2023 or 2024 Call of Duty comes out. Anyways, guys, that was Dome Gun Game. I really enjoyed it, even though I talked through most of it, talked through my experience, my opinions on Call of Duty, and all that fun stuff. Please leave a like, share if you will to other your friends. Comment anything that might be your favorite part, or even comment on any of your opinions. And I will see you next time.